you guys. Okay, so I was sent more oud. Okay, I got a little package in the mail and I just opened it. I have not smelled this oud yet. So y'all are gonna be smelling this oud for the very first time with me. This is from Oud of Royal Bloodline. And you know what? I'm gonna put the description in the link. The link in the description bar because I forgot. So I have not smelt this. Has anyone bought the Lakshmi Oudh? I have not smelled it, so I'm about to open it and see what's up. All right. First impressions. Okay. I like it. Smells so far. Oh, okay. So this one is a little bit, it's fresh. The first word that comes to mind is fresh. A little sweet and a little tangy and citrusy. Put some on. It's very bright. I would say it's very bright, tangy, and citrusy. I think it could be unisex, but definitely is a more feminine than masculine. But it's just a bright, citrusy smell. So it's like citrus, bright, energetic smell. And it came in this really cute gold pouch. So Lakshmi, she's a Hindu goddess. If y'all do not know who Lakshmi is, she's like abundance, wealth, attraction. If you're trying to, if you have a goal to attain, you can work with Lakshmi or wear this oud if you're trying to accomplish things. If you're trying to attract wealth and prosperity, Lakshmi is who a lot of Hindus work with and a lot of non-Hindus work with. So I'm thinking that this Lakshmi Oud is really good for manifesting, for sticking to a goal. It's the new year. You know, a lot of people made New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. So that's what I'm probably going to use this for. I also am going to use it in my spell work for prosperity and manifesting and things like that for my personal self as well. So I'm going to go ahead and it smells really like you can pair this with your perfume as well. It's just really bright, lemony, citrusy, just bright, energetic. I love it. It's perfect because it's almost spring, you know. And you can wear this. I have a lot of oud. I'm not gonna lie. They send me this oud all the time. I have a lot of it. This one, it reminds me a little bit of my Versace. A little bit. It reminds me of my Versace Eros. The one that's back there. It's very bright and citrusy. It's not floral though. Okay, so minus the floral. But it does remind you of something like a bright perfume. Okay, I'm gonna get on live. So I wanted to talk about some other things as well. If you guys are manifesting, if y'all using the dark energy, if y'all are manifesting, if y'all have goals for this new year, it's very important to keep planning for the results, okay? Keep planning for the results that you want. Don't wish and hope. Keep planning. So whatever you have manifested, prepare for it. Start planning for it. Because once you're manifesting something with dark energy, it's coming. But if you don't prepare for it, and if you don't make ways for it to come in, prepare for it, and get your mind prepared for it, you might start to doubt. This is another way to stop doubting, is to prepare for something, because you won't have time to doubt it if you're preparing for it. Okay, so make sure that you're using certain techniques to kind of get your mind off of the doubt. Okay, a lot of people have been writing me, well, manifesting doesn't work and manifesting with dark energy doesn't work. Okay, you said it. You know, words are very important. If you come and tell me that your spell is not working or manifesting doesn't work, then it's not going to work because you just said it. Your words are powerful. So if that's what you said, that's what's going to be. Okay. So hold on, let me, and I got the comments up. Let me read some now. Okay. Um, da, 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 da. Okay. Just reading some. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Open. I opened it. Yes. 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 I'm reading all the first ones. Oud will last day and night. Yep. 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 My new fave. Shira, the witchy mystic YouTube. You love the Black Destroyer oil smell. Okay. Key. You should do an oud giveaway. I should, shouldn't I? Maybe I will. I'll have a lot of things that I could give away. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna do a February giveaway. How about that? So that will be fun. Valentine's Day gift. So I really like this. Let me go ahead and put the link in my description box so y'all won't be looking for it. But it's Oud of Royal Bloodline if y'all want to order it. And like I said, that's not my company. So if y'all have any questions, y'all need to ask them. But I will link you with them. So anyway, I just popped on for a second. This is not going to be like a long video because it's late. And I really didn't have a topic today. So I just came on to open this up with you guys and let you know what I thought about it. You know? Let's see. Can I edit the video? Okay. All right. So I linked it in the description box. There y'all go. All right. Should be there. Anyway. Go back. All right. So I'm going to read some more of the comments. So how many of y'all like oud and work with it or wear it as part of your spirituality? You know, some people, I smell oud on other people and, you know, it smells really good. You can tell who has it on. Like when they walk by, you can tell who has on oud and who doesn't. Oh, the Ganesh oud is your fave. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that one. I have so many. I don't know which one is my favorite anymore. I promise. I don't like. They all smell so good. I noticed that when I wear my money oud though, I get, you know, I use that money oud in my spell work a lot. Oh, you said you're starting to see alchemy in movie and music now that you're learning about it? Great. Yeah, once people start learning stuff like this, it's going to open up your eyes a lot more. And you're going to see things you probably never saw before or noticed before. And that just comes with it. But don't don't go off the handle, okay? A lot of people, when they start seeing this stuff, they want to teach and tell everyone, but not everyone's ready to listen. So, just so you know. Yeah. Um, a lot of people have been writing me, asking me about love spells, and someone's asking me right now in the comments. And I really, it's always the women. It's always the women. Let me tell y'all one thing so y'all can wake up. Men do not love like women love. Okay? So, a lot of times, what y'all want is not going to come from a man. Okay? Y'all want sweet, sensitive, caring, listen, hold my hand, be there for me. That's a woman. Okay? That's the kind of love women give. It's called nurturing and being supportive. Men do not love like that. I mean, they can, but that's not, you know, their nature. They're not going to sit. You need friends, you need family. Your man is not supposed to be your everything. Okay? So, if you're a lot of people, I just want the perfect man, I want the perfect man, then you want a woman. The perfect man is a woman, okay? So, if you're gonna be with a man, understand he's a man. He's not a woman. He's not gonna be your best friend. He's not gonna sit there and watch chick flicks with you. He's not gonna, you know, do all those things that you want him to do because he's a man. Okay. Please stop asking me to send you the perfect man because I'm gonna send you a woman. Um, he's a man. Okay. He's masculine. He's not super emotional. He doesn't care about whatever you're talking about most of the time. It's he's closing his ears after 5 minutes. Okay? So a man is there to provide, protect, to help you, to love you, but he's not there to be your best friend, girlfriend, mama, sister. Okay? So if you keep running these men off by wanting them to be women, I can't help you. Okay? I'm just serious, you know. Y'all come up with this fairy tale stuff because you watch too much TV and now you expect some bum you done picked up to act like Prince Charming. Okay? No, it's not going to work that way. Okay? Um, and usually it's always the woman who wants the man to act right. The man is acting like a man. You're going to have to accept that, okay? Get you some friends. Call your mama. Get your sister on the phone. Your man is not your everything. I promise you. And he doesn't want to be. So, if you're obsessed, if he dumped you because you're clingy, if spending money on spellcaster after spellcaster trying to get some man who dumped you back, I tell y'all this all the time. They don't want you. Okay? Get somebody better, move on, learn your lesson. Okay? I don't know how many times a day that I get these emails. I just delete them from now. I just delete them now. I'm like, you know, I'm tired of explaining it. The only time you should be doing a love spell is if you in love and you still with the person and you're trying to strengthen the spell. Okay? You can do a lust spell because that's what men want. Lust. They don't want love from you if they just met you 2 weeks ago. Okay? So you should be doing lust spells. And if they just come over to use you for some sex, that's exactly what you wanted. Okay? So stop thinking men love like women. They don't. There is even a book. There's a book called, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically Men Do Not Love Like Women or something like that. They don't. I don't know who told y'all that we love the same, but we don't. So you can't get a love spell on someone who left you, dumped you for somebody else because they weren't in love with you. So how are they supposed to love you if their intention was to never love you? You know? It's, you know what? It's so easy to go out and get a man. All you got to do is go outside and say, "Hey, I'm single." You know? Y'all are looking for Prince Charming. Hi. So, you know, maybe with this Lakshmi Oudh, y'all gonna track something decent. I don't know. And when you're needy, like when you're needy and desperate, they can feel that. You know, it's an energy. It's a vibration. So if you're out here needy, desperate, obsessive, don't have, you know, once you get a man, you don't want to separate type of, you know, smothering action, that's going to drive him away fast and make you look crazy. And then the desperation is going to be your vibration. Okay? And people are going to sense that about you. They're going to sense that you're desperate and then automatically take advantage of you because they sense your desperateness. So y'all have to stop that, ladies. Y'all have to stop all that. Y'all have to be strong. Men are going to be men. You know, I do have men coming to me for love spells and stuff like that because they're clingy. Okay, there's some men that are clingy. I know y'all. I can match y'all up with them. I've only had about 4 of them. 99% of the clients that come to me are women. Okay, if you somebody, you know who you are, sent me a meme of Miss Piggy that said, "I'm fat because I'm not chasing behind these dudes." Y'all need to be the same way. Stop chasing men. If they left you, they don't want you. Men go after what they want. Men are very possessive and men are very competitive. If they want you, they gonna get you. If they don't want you, they don't want you. Okay? And by you chasing them, it's masculine. So, if you're going to cast a love spell, be in a relationship, be in love. If you come to me for a love spell, have a man that loves you already to strengthen the love, you know, to make it better, to make it stronger. Don't come to me with, "My man left me for some other chick. I want him back. Do a love spell, even though it was 5 years ago that he left." Don't come to me with that. Go to Ben. Ben will take your money with quickness. Okay? Anyways, I just delete those because unless you come into me, I need a spell to help me attract better men. Yes. I need a spell to help me stop being so clingy to men when I get them. Yes. I need a spell to attract a man to me, period. Yes. I'm not gonna like bring somebody back from 10 years ago because you lonely. Yes, okay. The best way to get your man back is to send him a naked picture of yourself. Okay? I'm waiting. They're going to be knocking on your door the next day or that same day. Okay? That's the best thing you can do. Somebody's smiling. That's smiley face. Men, that's what they respond to, food and sex, okay? You want them back? That's what you got to do. That don't mean he gonna stay, but you will come visit you. Right? Um, but like I said, you have to have tools. You have to have tools to keep a man. And most successful witches can keep a man. Okay? The man don't go nowhere. Why? Ask yourself why. Why 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 don't they go anywhere? They could go anywhere, you know. But why don't they? Tools. Okay? tools in place. One of my tools, fragrance. Another of my tools, mentalism. One of the laws, universal laws, mentalism. You got to get them here. A lot of women are so worried about, and a lot of men are so worried about the relationship, they forgot universal law. You know, everything works with universal law. It doesn't matter how much you love someone. If you're not abiding by universal law, or if you're not using universal law to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, it might not work the best. So if you're going to use universal law in your relationship, it will probably be more successful than you just being emotional and clingy. But I love him, or but I love her, and how come she doesn't, you know? Use what you know. That's why most witches, men and women, don't leave, because they are mentally theirs. Okay, you get them here. You get them physically first, then you get them here. That's how you have to get men: physically first, then mentally. And if you can't do that, you won't be able to keep it. They'll leave you and get bored with you. They'll upgrade on you or whatever. So if you're just a clingy, emotional mess that overreacts and jealous all the time and no one wants to stay with that. Okay? You got to have your own life. You got to have your own hobbies. You can't be all up under him all the time. You have to let him be a person. You got to go to your friends, your girlfriends, your mom for stuff like that, you know? That's not what he's for. And a lot of you ladies that I talk to are obsessed, clinically obsessed, like to the point where if you went to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, they would write obsessed. Like, you know? So love, you might be in love. That doesn't mean they are. Okay? So get out of the love and put your focus on these universal laws if you want something, okay? Just like in business. Most major, businessmen, they use universal law. They don't make decisions based on emotions because they're looking for logic and longevity. Okay? So, emotions are not what you base your relationship on. And men don't base their relationship on emotion. They base it on logic and compatibility and comfort and peace. Okay? If they can walk in their house and there's peace, if they're comfortable around you, if it logically makes sense to stay with you, or do they get along with you? Those are the things. If you fuss at him every day, if you're always jealous of him, if there's no peace, if you're confusing him all the time, if you're an emotional wreck, that's chaos and confusion. You got to get out. Men are logical. They're going to go where there's peace and it's easier and more productive. Okay? So, can you please tell me if you're a natural born witch? Everyone's a natural born with anything that they have inside of them. Okay? Everyone is natural. Everyone can have to figure it out and learn how to do it. Okay. Shira, this kind of wisdom comes with age, but you are very knowledgeable. Yeah, it does come with age. So if you're older than me and you still crazy and chasing behind me, something is wrong. Not you, but other people. So remember, if you're chasing behind something, it doesn't want you. It's running away. Find something that wants you and values you. Okay? So this is like the number one thing people come to me for. And I'm like, let's do some prosperity magic. Let's get you taken care of. Let's do some help self love magic for you, okay? Because that's what you really need. What about being with a needy man? I couldn't do it. I feel like he was my child. Um, like, do you want some kids? Do you want another child? You want a grown child? I couldn't do it. You need to have your own life and your own hobby. Maybe when I was like 20 years old, it was cute, but after like a month, it's not cute anymore. So I just want to make this quick video, let y'all know about the Lakshmi Oudh. And if you keep writing me about some ex, or you need some perfect man and I don't write you back, you know why. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just I want you to do better. So this will be going as one of my new favorites. It smells really, I love the gold bag too. Really good for spring. I could actually pair this with my spring perfume because it has similar notes. I'm happy about that. Um, how old are you? How old are you? How old are you? I am 40 and I only now I know what I want in a man. Well, what do you want in a man? It better be what a man really is. Yeah. So mentalism is how you get men, but first you got to seduce them. Okay. Seduction and mentalism will keep your man. Whining, nagging, being over emotional is not going to do it. Okay. So, ladies, and for men, the women are chasing y'all these days. So, y'all, I don't, y'all know y'all aren't doing everything right, but obviously, y'all don't need to be chasing them, I guess. I mean, y'all should be chasing them, but I see why you're running away from some of them. A lot of them are too clingy and want you to be what you're not. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to write another book anytime soon. Maybe. We'll see. I have someone that wants to transcribe it for me. Come look into it. Yeah. So, if you got into witchcraft or mentalism or alchemy for some dude or some girl, use it. Okay? You know, don't stay the same. Learn, you know. If you want someone back, learn mentalism. Learn the law of attraction. If you're desperate, you're vibrating desperation. Okay? All is mental. If you've already driven someone away because of your craziness, that's what they have in their mind about you, you know? And unless you become something way better than you were, and you're actually the, you know, someone that they will want back, then it's possible to get them back. But if you stay the exact same and you didn't do any better for yourself, you don't look better, you don't sound better, you don't think better, then why do they want to go backwards? You have to be out of their league for them to want you back. So unless you're changing yourself, your attitude, how you think, they're not going to change their thoughts about you. Okay? That is mentalism. So if you still look the same, talk the same, act the same, want the same things, they don't want you. Okay? Unless you've totally turned into a different type of person, change your looks, attitude, way you walk, talk, dress, whatever, and they see you and they say, oh my God, wow, hey, do you want to get back together? Okay, that's more of a chance. But if you're just sitting there doing the exact same thing, doing nothing different, looking the same desperate, needy chick that you were, they don't want you back. Okay, so a spell to help yourself is going to be the most beneficial. And I have a lot of guys that come to me too, and I just got to tell them, you know, the girl left me, or she doesn't want to call me back, and da 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 da. I have to tell them the truth, you know. I got to tell them the truth. I was like, oh, I asked them a few questions, and I connect the dots, and I have to just tell them the truth. Look, you need a prosperity spell. Okay, you need a prosperity spell. You don't need a love spell. There you go. Um, y'all, I like the little smileys. Mentalism, okay. Mentalism video, good subject. Mentalism is basically using what you know, mental alchemy, to create the situation that you want. Okay? It's manifesting what you want, thinking about what you want, becoming what you want. Okay? So, you want this man back, or you want this woman back. What does she want? It's not you anymore. So what did she want out of you that you couldn't give her or him? You know, that's what you have to become. And better. You gotta do that. You have to think your way out of the situation. And preventative, if you're with someone and you don't want them to leave, you need to think your way permanently into their lives. Okay? You have to use words. Words are very powerful on the psyche. You know, words are very powerful. How you speak to someone, the tone you speak to them in, the words you choose and say to them is in their subconscious mind. So if you're always doubting, you don't love me, and you're jealous, are you going to be with me? I just hope that, you know, you're putting doubt in their mind, which makes them doubt you and that you're the right person. You know, if you're saying, oh, I can't wait till we get married, oh, or I can't wait till I get married, you know, they'll be like, well, who are you going to marry? You know, well, who do you think? You know, automatically they're going to place their self in a vision of them marrying you. because you didn't tell them that you were going to marry them. Okay. I can't wait to get married one day. Oh, well, who are you going to marry? They're trying to be funny, right? Oh, who are you going to marry? I don't know. Now they take offense, and now it's a challenge. They want to be in that spot now that you've taken it away from them. You don't even give them the option. You know? People want what they can't have. So automatically, he has placed himself right up next to you in a tuxedo in his mind because you took it away from him. He didn't even have the option. So that is mentalism. That is, now it's a challenge. Oh, I'm not good enough to marry. Now he's not good enough to marry. Now he thinks that he needs to prove himself to you. So mentalism, reverse psychology, tricks, da 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 da. You have to put stuff in people's minds and make them think it's their idea. Just like the movie Inception. Okay? If you can't do that successfully and you whine and cry and try to reason yourself and talk, and we need to talk, they don't hear that. Okay? You have to use mentalism, law of attraction. You got to use cause and effect. You know, you create this cause, the effect that it's going to have. You have to use all of this. Polarity, you know. Not every day is going to be a good day, and it doesn't have to be. When you have a bad day, just admit, oh, man, we had a bad day. Hope tomorrow's better. Now, you don't love me anymore. We need to talk. We're drifting apart. You're programming his mind. You don't love me anymore. We're drifting apart. How come you don't text me 18 times a day like you used to before I gave it to you? Because. So stop saying all those things. You're programming his subconscious mind. Everything you say is what he's going to think about you. Like I say, you know, that's why a lot of people who are very confident keep their partner, because they talk themselves up around them. You are so lucky to be with me. Aren't you glad you picked me? You know, like, how come you looking at other girls? Or, you know, you don't call me anymore. Or, why you don't make time for us like you used to in the beginning? Because the beginning is when they're trying to impress you. If you're already impressed and gave it up, then the magic has to continue by you planting stuff in his mind. Men, the same thing. You know, if you want a woman to think highly of you, you need to tell her who you are, what you can do, constantly, so that she is reminded and that it's in her subliminal and subconscious thoughts. You can't whine and try to do everything like a girl, like he's not a woman. It doesn't work on him. Men like competition and challenge. If you make everything too easy and you're just a whiny mess of emotions, they're going to get bored quick and go seek something that's a challenge. Okay? So, and you can't be like all, like a lot of women are, they're so obsessed, it's their weakness. And who wants someone that's obsessed over them? Like, what person in their right mind wants to always be around someone who's obsessed over them? It's crazy. It doesn't even feel right because it's not equal. They don't feel the same way about you, and it makes them feel like they don't want to lead you on any further, so they leave you because they have no such feelings for you. Even though they lied to you and said they did, you know, for certain reasons, whether you believed it or not, look for actions, okay? So, ladies, these are not women. They don't love like you do. Just because they say they do doesn't mean that they do. Men, if ladies are emotional wreck around you, and you already know that those are the easiest ones to take advantage of, I'm sure. Do them a favor and stop telling them you love them if you don't, because that's when they become obsessed. When you use the L word, you could say I really like you or I can see us together, but if you keep saying I love you, they're, these women are going clinically mentally ill, like seriously, because they believe in love for real. And when you misuse the word, it makes them go crazy. And then they end up in my inbox writing me a book trying to get you back when your intention was to never be with them, but for a short amount of time. Okay? And I'm making this video on this channel because most of the women who write me about this are from this channel. And I do have my other channel where I teach women how to get what they want. But this channel, they don't want to listen. I had this one lady come to me and I asked her, would you prefer a self-love spell or a spell to accept that your man is a man and he's not going to do all these feminine things? She was upset and said, no, no, thank you. And I'm pretty sure she went to someone else. But, it doesn't mean he's going to turn into a female after they do whatever they need to do. Because that's just how men are. Okay? So don't come to me thinking I'm going to make your man soft into a woman, hold your hand, rub your feet, watch chick flicks with you, talk to you about your innermost desires, secrets, and for hours and hours. Men don't do that. Okay? Get you a girlfriend, get you a sister, call your sister up, call your mama. Okay? Men don't do this unless it's income tax time and you got a good job. Okay? So stop trying to turn these men into women. Yeah, you'll rub your wife's feet. That's your wife. Okay? But you're not going to sit there, watch chick flicks with her, talk to her about all her problems and connect with her and, for hours and on hours. You're going to want to watch some sports sooner or later. Or you're going to want to do your thing, get online and watch some YouTube videos. You're not going to want to be all up under her all the time, Yeah, I mean, men will do it for you every once in a while, but it's not going to be like that every day, Some women want this all day, every day. They don't understand that they're just doing that for you, just like you sit there and watch football for them. You don't really enjoy it, you're just doing it. Okay? Y'all like my shirt? I'm dead inside. So, they have an agenda. That's what you need. Okay? You got to walk up to them with an agenda in your mind, and you don't stop until it is successful. Lakshmi Oudh. Oh, my Lakshmi Oudh that they sent me. Someone's asking me about it. It is for wealth, prosperity, and goal setting. So it's perfect for the new year. It's very bright and it smells really citrusy. It's masculine or feminine. You can pair it with any cologne. And it's just a highly vibrating fragrance. You can use it in spell work too. That's what I use it a lot for spell work. And I put it under my perfume or just wear it alone. And you have to be vibrating on a certain frequency, and this will push it, So it's a fragrance and a tool if you are into alchemy, magic, and things like that. Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of wealth, prosperity, attraction, and Lakshmi actually means achieving your goal or getting a goal. Okay. So if you want some, the link to buy it from Oud of Royal Bloodline. It's not my company. It's in the website. They sent this to me. Okay. Um, I'm having to rewire my entire brain. I don't know how to have an agenda with a man. But they always have an agenda with you. Ask most guys. Ask the guys in the comments. When men approach you, do they have a goal? Do they have an agenda? Most of the time, yes. Okay? And you're just sitting in there thinking you don't have one. So I'm not trying to say anything bad about men. Men are men. They're naturally attracted to you because they want to sleep with you. Straight up. Okay? That's their agenda. Whether they fall in love with you afterwards or not is up to you. Okay? How is it so hard to create an agenda? Like what? Yeah. Have a goal before they walk up. Have a goal before you even meet anyone. My agenda is loyalty and heart. Okay. That wasn't mine. You can't keep a man with that agenda. um if your agenda is emotional, you're it's you know, you're gonna have some trouble. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your agenda should be something to focus you, and so you don't get caught up, give in too quick, so you don't be fooled. That's why you have to have an agenda. Men have an agenda, and that's natural. Okay, men are gonna want to sleep with you. That is their agenda most of the time. Okay, it's not to wife you. It's not to hold your hand and fall in love with you. It's to sleep with you. You have to use that mentally to get what you want. And they like it. They like the chase. Okay? See, Roger Williams said, I'm a typical man. My goal is to shred guts. That means have sex in a disgusting way. So now that y'all have heard it out of their mouths, then you need to walk up with an agenda. Okay? If you want to sleep with me, I'm gonna make you work for it. There you go. I'm not coming to you with nothing loyal and no, what was that? Loyalty and what? I can't even remember the words. Let me scroll back up. What did she say? Loyalty and something. And heart. And that's why y'all become obsessed. I be trying to get spells to chase these men who did not have the intention to love you for real. They're just to sleep with you. Because you give more than you receive every time. That's another thing about alchemy. If you're giving more than you're receiving, you're working backwards. Okay? So in alchemy, you're supposed to take a negative situation and make a profit off of it. Just like all these YouTubers who are upset because YouTube is taking all their money. um, cutting it in half and stuff like that. Some of them, you got to find a way around it, a loophole. So if you're coming in there just like, hi, I'm here, take advantage of me, I have my heart is on my sleeve, they will. That's an open invitation. Take advantage of me. My heart is on my sleeve. Please take full advantage of me. Do everything you want to do. Use me up, because I have I practice magic, but when it comes to men, I have no power. No mental power. Nope. You got to be here first. Remember, universal law, all is mental. So the first thing you need to understand when a man walks up to you, what he wants and how valuable it is. That's how you keep a man. To know your value and what he wants. It's just like how you keep customers. Okay? Is there a spell to love yourself? There's spells to put yourself first. Self-love. Yes. Letting yourself know it's okay and that you deserve better in life. Because some people, they don't feel like they deserve anything. They feel like they're here to serve. You know? And when they get tired of serving and they want someone to serve them back, but they forgot. Not everyone's a servant. Just because you made yourself a servant doesn't mean someone else is going to make themselves a servant to you. Okay? So y'all have to stop all of that. Use your mental alchemy. Use law of cause and effect. Know your agenda. Have a goal. Manifest what you want. And you have to take steps towards it. You can't just hope and wish for something. You have to know what you want specifically. And a lot of, somebody's talking about expectations. The more you expect out of someone, the more you're going to be disappointed when they don't live up to those expectations. You plant those expectations in someone with mentalism, you're going to get exactly what you implanted. You're going to reap what you sow. So if you tell, like a lot of guys do this to women, they set them up by telling them about their ex. If a man has talked to you about his ex and what she did that you didn't like, that he didn't like, basically what he's telling you is what he likes and what you need to be doing for him, so you won't become an ex. And so that's a mental trick a lot of guys use. Women can use it too. So guys already pretty much use mentalism on women because they have an agenda. And you can't help but to use it when you have an agenda. Okay? Women just come in there, hi, please take advantage of me and break my heart. Men come in there like, how can I get this for free and fast? What are the quickest steps that I can take to get it? I got to tell her I love her. I got to spend a bunch of time with her for about 2 weeks. I got to do this and I got to do that. And then I can get it. She's thinking she's falling in love. Oh, this might be the one. Come in with an agenda. If you don't have an agenda, do not proceed. Yes. I was watching this other guy's channel, and that's all he was talking about. Like, how to get it, how to get it, how to get it. And it might take weeks or days, but they will work for it. Okay? If you don't make them work for it, that's your fault. I mean, do you go into work and get the paycheck the next day or 2 days? Yeah, and someone says men don't realize they're doing it. It comes naturally. That's what I'm saying. It's a natural thing. You know, they're not women. They're not trying to see if you're their future wife, or if y'all have a soul connection, and if you're a twin flame, and um, they're not asking you all, how many kids you want and stuff like that. They're not doing none of that. They're not imagining themselves with you for long term. This is why when you see like somebody who's married for a long time, they have a man, their man ain't going nowhere. It's because they made that man feel like this is the best. You got the best already, you know? And you had to work hard for this, and you're not going to risk losing it, okay? That's what you have to make them think. If you got you too easy, if you was always hanging on, texting every other text, it's too easy. Where's the fun in that? Where's the challenge? Where is the challenge that you can leave him any day if you wanted to? Where's that challenge? That's what keeps them. Knowing you can leave any day. If you don't feel like that, if your man don't feel like that about you, you're not working your magic. Okay. If you're giving your all and getting nothing in return but a bunch of lies, you're not working your magic. You know? You need to get some oud, some candles, some books on mentalism, and study. You know? You, men don't fall in love, they fall in lust. Women fall in love. You're taking your nurturing love out on a man. That type of love is for a child. The type of men, the type of love men like is attention and seduction and mental stimulation. Okay? Not being smarter than him, but messing with his mind. And someone says they just want some food. And food. Okay? Make sure there's food around. I don't know. So if you're treating them like a child versus a man, you're going to have problems. Okay? You're treating them like a woman versus a man, you're going to have problems. Men like to have sex and eat and look at you. You got to look good. Okay? They don't want to sit there and hold your hand and talk about, you know, everything under the sun, and uh, cry with you and talk about the pain in your past and stuff like that, and all the time. That's for a girl. And what I feel like is y'all forget that sometimes. Men are men. They're not children, unless they are your child because you've taken care of them. But for the most part, they're not going to be the type of man that you have created, that you expect. Okay? If they can't do what you need them to do, you're going to try to overcompensate by getting them to be what, you know, more emotional and more, feminine, because they can't provide what they're supposed to. So then you get upset when they can't naturally be like that, or if they're too much like that. And then you get upset because they won't do what you need them to do, because you turn them into a child. So a lot of ladies need to realize, go in with an agenda, appeal to their masculinity, and stop trying to be their moms, and give them some space. Okay? You might not run them off. They might actually stick around after they get some. Okay? See, when and you know the type of man who is just trying to get it because he's gonna come on fast and quick and in a hurry. He's going to tell you, I've never met anyone like you before. I just feel a connection with you. You know, I love you so much already. Hmm. If he thinks you're the best, he won't ever stop chasing. That's true. So stop coming to me after you done chased your man off because you clingy and you want him to be a woman, asking me to bring him back. He's done found a woman or looking for a woman who's not trying to make him her child. Okay? If you got tricked out of sex, blame yourself. Okay? Because you should know men come with an agenda. um, and when women do love spells out of this desperate vibration, all you're going to do is attract more men or that same man back to you because of your desperation. And all they're going to do is treat you like a desperate woman again. Okay? So that's why I always suggest healing yourself first, changing yourself first, so that if you do attract the same person back or a new person, they want you. Okay? That's why I suggest it, because you're working backwards and you don't want to hear it. These ladies don't want to hear that you're working backwards. You're desperate. Okay? If you do a love spell at your vibration, you're going to attract men who are looking for desperate women, and they're going to treat you like one. I had to repeat it because y'all keep working backwards. When you come to me, I want my man back, and I say, you need this instead, it's to fix you first, to get you vibrating in a different frequency so he wants to come back. Okay? So please stop thinking he's coming back to what he left. He wants to come back to something better, more improved, vibrating on a higher frequency. Okay? I've been and if women know their power, we have a feminine power, okay? Men have a masculine power, women have a feminine power. If you don't use your feminine power, you can never get a man to do what you want him to do. Okay? If you love yourself, someone says self-love is the key. They're correct. You love yourself a lot, he's going to love you. Okay? Why? Because if you don't love yourself and you're insecure and you're like, he's going to feel that vibration that you don't even love yourself. So there's nothing there for me to love. You know, there is nothing in her that I want because she don't even love herself. There is nothing there that I need. She don't even know who she is. She doesn't love herself. Why do I even want this? Look how insecure she is. I need someone who is very, I need the best. I don't want to settle for this. Look at her. She's a mess. Okay? They don't want that. Unless they want to use that or exploit that. Okay? Mm-hmm. If yeah, someone says stop seeking validation from others. Get it from yourself. You should walk around like you the best thing ever. He is lucky to have you. Uh, that's how you need to be in all your relationships, ladies. That's how the men are, right? That's how you need to be. Like, oh, so I know you couldn't wait to see me today, could you? Yeah, I know. I'm all that. So did you think about me yesterday? Oh, yeah. I know I didn't text you that much, but were you thinking about me though? You know, that's how you have to be. You can't be like, how come you didn't text me last night? Where were you? Can't be all like that. Were you thinking about me last night? I know you were. You know, ain't nobody out there better than me anyway, so I don't blame you. Gotta be like that. It's better to be overly confident than no confidence. At least you can joke yourself out of it. Like, ha ha, I'm just kidding. You can't joke yourself out of low confidence, though. You can't make up for that. So, the type of love spells y'all need is self-love spells first and foremost. Don't come to me talking about you done ran your man off because you want him to be this, this, and that. Do some stuff. You know, we can do some stuff for you to get you vibrating in a different frequency so that you can get him back or get somebody better. Okay, but you can't just come straight up talking about I need him back. Well, he don't want you back as you are. You need to change. Okay, and a lot of women come because they want revenge. I want to get him back so I can dump him. He dumped you. He don't want you back. If he comes back and sleeps with you, he still wins because he was never going to stay anyway. You're done, you know? I want to dump him so he can feel what I feel. Men don't feel what you feel because they had an agenda. Okay? They got what they wanted. They're done with you. They've moved on to better, which is what you should be doing. Okay? They don't care. Once this gone, once they left you, they don't care anymore. Okay? So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And you can't think for them. I have so many women thinking for their man who have been gone. But I know he still loves me. I feel it. Well, he don't feel it and he don't know it. Okay? You're in love by yourself. He doesn't feel it. He doesn't know it. But we've been together for so long. That's exactly why he's over there with this other chick, because you've been together too long. Since high school, and y'all are 50 something years old or 40 years old, of course he's going to want to go explore his options. You can't, I mean, men like to explore, okay? You can't, if you've been with somebody since high school and they decide to go do something else, come on, that's logical. You should be going trying to do something else too while he's out. Shoot. um, so all I'm saying is put yourself first, and men will tend to put you high on the priority list. Okay? Stop being a nagging person. Stop chasing them. Stop being their mom. Use mental alchemy on them to keep a man. Okay? If you claim to be a witch and you can't keep a man, you're not a witch. Or keep a woman, whatever. You're not you're not you're not focusing, you're not using your magic. You're not using mentalism. You're just lighting a candle and trying to manifest a man back instead of changing yourself. Alchemy is about self-transformation. Being a witch is about wielding energies and frequencies and powers to get what you want. But in order to do that, you need to work with universal law. Okay? You can't just throw some ingredients in a bowl and say some words and light a candle. It doesn't work like that. I have everybody writing me asking me, did I do this spell right? I delete it. Okay? If you have to ask me that, you did it wrong. Because it's supposed to be mental alchemy. The spell work, the physical thing, is a reflection of your mental alchemy. Okay? So make sure it's here first before you do anything. It has to be here first. Otherwise, don't even bother. You know? Don't come in there with a weak mind. Come in there with an agenda and a goal. Everything you approach should have a goal or an agenda, and it should not be based on emotion. Okay? If your goal or agenda is based on emotion, change it to something else. This includes anything. If you approach starting a new business, if you approach some type of, you know, plan to do something, approach it with logic so that you can execute it without straying away and getting distracted. Okay? So we're, as women, we're taught that we're supposed to be this, and that. But when you become a practitioner of magic and you study alchemy, you're supposed to merge the masculine and the feminine mind, logic, and emotion, and then make the best decision consciously. Okay, you're not supposed to be all the way over here. You're not supposed to be super masculine and only, working towards one thing. You're supposed to be trying to get what you want at the same time and planting stuff at the same time to get the results that you want. Okay? You're supposed to be getting exactly what you want. You're not supposed to be guessing and hoping and wishing. You're supposed to set it up in the beginning with the goal or the agenda and execute it. Okay? And most of the time when you do this in a relationship, it is successful because you used universal law. Not because you fell in love, not because you were twin flames, but because you were smart and you got exactly what you wanted by using certain techniques. Okay? So, you know what men want, you know what they respond to. You know how to use mentalism to plant stuff in their mind to make them think it was their idea. You know the power of suggestion. You know this, and that. Use it all. Don't sit up here crying and smothering the poor man. Okay? Y'all always ask me, where's my husband? Where's my husband? He's downstairs where he's supposed to be. I'm not always up under James. Because when I appear, his eyes light up because I'm not always up under. It's a surprise. You don't know when I'm coming down. I told him I was going to be down in 5 minutes. Still up here with y'all. He didn't fell asleep. He probably going to wake up, fall asleep again. And I'm probably going to do another video on my other channel. Okay, so I hope this helped some of you ladies, and I know it helps some of you guys. If your woman is smothering you, send them this video. If your man is ignoring you, listen to this video. Okay. Get you some friends, first of all. Get you some girls that you can talk to. Your man come home, he don't want to hear about all that crap. Get it out the way on the phone with your friend. Then when he comes home, talk about whatever he want to talk about for a little while. And then blah, 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 mention a few things, but don't talk his ear off. Men stop listening after about 5 minutes. They don't want to hear that. They're out there thinking about something else. When's she gonna stop talking? What's to eat? You know, dang, I should have stayed and finished watching the game at the bar. When is she gonna shut up? I mean, as much as my family, my mom, my friends like to talk, there's no reason that I shouldn't have all that stuff out off my chest by the time evening rolls around. Okay? Women do talk a lot. We talk a lot. But I already know when someone is not interested in what I'm talking about. I can see after about 2 minutes, they start to zone out. And it's like, okay, don't cast your pearls before swine. Go take it to somebody that wants to hear it, you know? Now, there's stuff that I could talk to James about and he will fall asleep. And there's stuff that I can talk about and someone will pay me to talk to him about it. Okay? That's the difference. Whatever you're talking about, it might not have the same value as it does to you as to him. You know, it might have more value to your girlfriend or to your sister or to your brother. It might not have as much value as to your man. So you don't have to give him everything, talk to him about everything, tell him everything. That's not what he's for. You don't have to ask him questions either. You can let him tell you. hmm So I'm getting ready to go and do my other video. So I see y'all on the next one. Okay, don't forget, if you want this Lakshmi Oudh, the link is in the description box below. Good for the new year because good for manifesting, goal setting. If you have problems with men setting the agenda, use that as a reminder. Okay? Well, see y'all later. Bye.